this week we're working on quality of pace, right? What do you feel about Dora's pace? Okay. When I asked the question, it wasn't. She just kind of fell apart because she knew you were going to think and let her go slower. So, in the last lap, what have you done to make her go faster once you decided her pace was too slow? Okay? So, the definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So if we just ride the horse and we do nothing different, we're going to get nothing different, right? Good. So when she broke, did you check your diagonal? No. Why? So when we horse show, if she breaks, that's a little ding for you, sure. But it's a bigger ding when we don't check our diagonal. So you're sitting 3 times, just sit 2. That was 3 again. Yep, just 1 extra beat. Good, you got it. All right, so where do you feel your stirrup is on your foot? I'm sorry? Not on the ball of your foot, yeah. So when you do that, can you stretch your calf long and be tall and secure, or does your leg start to swing more? Okay, let's sit, lift, walk, and fix that. So anytime you feel that it's not right, fix it. Because there's another saying too, that like practice makes perfect, right? But if we're not practicing in the correct ways, then it's not helping us at all. It's teaching our body what? Bad habits, right? Because a habit is something we don't do on purpose. It's something our body just does. So we don't want to create the wrong habits. We want to create the correct ones. So every time after you finish your halting, I want you to check your feet, sink your heels, stand up in your irons and push down. There, yeah. Now, hold your leg on, because when you... Okay, when Jackson's bad and you push him, you can push him a little bit, right? You can push him medium, and then you can be like, I'm done with you, right? The what? Yeah. So, Dora, you can put a little leg on her, right? And it means, hey, I'm here, right? Like, if Jackson's touching you and you're like, just don't touch me. Just be over here, be off me, right? Then there's leg that says, I'm serious. Do not do this, right? That's the leg that we use to do a transition, like an upward transition. And then, or to keep her going faster, right? A little leg on says, I'm here. We should have that all the time to keep our leg in place. Little more leg on, like let's say 3 to 5 out of 10. That says, I need you to do something different. I need you to go faster. I need you to canter. I need you to walk when we're halting, right? And then there's like a huge one, which is, I asked you to canter, we were cantering, and you broke because you don't respect me. That's kind of a big thunk, which is squeeze, cluck, kick, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's balance everything up, and I want you to keep like pressure of a 2 out of 10 at all times. So you're squeezing at all times so your legs and body isn't moving. Heels down, eyes up, shoulders back, fake smile. Not yet. Go ahead and shut the fan off though. All right, Ellie, let's trot. So there you just kicked. You did a little think, and what did she do? So every time we do something with the horse, we're training them or we're untraining them. So you're training her there to ignore you. So when you want to go canter, when you want her to keep cantering, she's like, no. So she needs to know every time you put that leg on, you are serious. You can be a little serious, medium serious, huge serious. So right now I want you to be medium serious. I want you to squeeze until you feel your legs are gonna fall off until she trots. If that doesn't work, we're gonna cluck and then we're gonna spank her, okay? So squeeze, cluck, spank. Good. She almost didn't do it, right? So we're not asking her, hey, do you want to? If she's not kind of immediate, we're going to get after her. Good, sit, lift, W-A-L-K. Good, did you sit and lift? Why? Specifically, I gave you the things I wanted you to do to be successful, so do it again. And I want you, when you watch this again, to watch what Dora's, go ahead and do it while I talk, to watch what Dora's head was doing when you didn't lift and how her body just fell down out of the trot. Good, check your diagonal. Wait, go ahead and trot again, check your diagonal, make it a habit, right? If you trot, you check that diagonal, no matter what you're doing, check it. Good. Now sit, lift, and walk. So I want you to watch the difference. Did you feel her whole front end pick up and she stopped but kept moving? When you just fall down on their neck, they just stopped moving, right? It's not powerful to anything. It's the absence of not going forward anymore. But we want them to learn that they're going to have to go right into a quality walk after we lift. Does that make sense? Because if you're at a show and she's doing this, the judge is like, that pony's not a pleasure to ride. She's a pain in the butt, right? Okay, so let's try it again. Squeeze, cluck, spank. Good, when you're ready, you can go ahead and do it. Okay. Did you, as you were coming to it, think left heel, right heel, sit, lift? Okay, we're good. That's our new habit. When you're doing your halting exercise, that's what I want you thinking about. So I've noticed a lot of times when you guys are doing your warm-ups, and it's not just you, it's everybody, that your warm-up is just, yeah, go, stop, right? Instead of thinking, building the habits, left heel, sit, lift, squeeze, cluck, spank, the things that are gonna make our horses sharper. So let's try it again. And I want you to call it out loud. Okay, so good. Yeah, now power walk. Right into it. So that's a power walk? Okay. All right, trot again. So you just clucked twice, which taught her you're not going to stick her. So she really doesn't have to go unless she really wants to. Good, we're gonna ride past the gate because she's gonna try to stop here because we've stopped at the same spot every time. Good. Now I want you to call it out and do it. Better, right? Don't you have more control over when she stops and how she stops? And you have more control over your body because you're sinking your weight down and pushing so you have a strong base. Good, let's do it one more time this way, then we'll go the other way. No, we don't spank her nicely like, oh, little girl. The spank is supposed to be uncomfortable. When your mom tells you to clean your room, she says, Ellie, do you want to clean your room today? And what do you say? No, thank you, because we're pretending you're polite to your parents when you're not here, right? Then Ellie, your mom says, Ellie, you need to clean your room. And you're like, meh, I think I'll watch horse videos on my phone in my room instead, right? Then what's the next step? Huh? Like, what does your mom do next if you still haven't cleaned your room? Yeah, she loses her bananas, right? There's probably yelling. She's furious. You're going to do it or your life ends. I want you to harness some of that when we're asking Dora to go. Good job. All right, call it out and do it. Yep, do it again. So you're not making plans in your riding, right? You're just Bon Joviing the whole thing, living on a prayer that it works out. So make a plan. I don't care if it takes 2 or 3 extra steps. Good, one more time. Good. All right, call it out. Okay, I want left heel, right heel, sit, lift. Okay, so do it again. Every time, left heel, right heel, sit, lift. You're gonna be so sick of it by the end of this ride that you're gonna do it automatically because you don't want me to make you do this anymore. Good. When you're ready. That was snappy, wasn't it? You left heel, right heel, and went to go sit. She's like, all right. And what did she do after the downward transition? She went off with power, right? We can do so much with our body, so we have to start being aware of what our body does. Let's take her the other way. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing this direction. So when you went to go ask her into the trot, where were your eyes? Yeah. Yep, did she trot?
Yeah. No.
Good answer, right? She did, but you had to get after her. All right, when you're ready. But you were asking her to walk, and she did. So left heel, right heel, and sit. There you go. So you asked her to walk, she walked, and then you spanked her. Because you're so used to her stopping, right?
Yeah.
Good. When you're ready, let's do it again. Dora's like, I did not sign up for this job. Good. All right, whenever you're ready. Mind blown? Isn't that so much easier than the pulling and the falling down and the rebalancing and then she stops and then you have to go and like how much easier is it to ride correctly? Like 1 bajillion times? Yeah, let's do it again. Good. When you go to change your diagonal, a little leg on to give you a balance of support and to keep her going. All right, whenever you're ready. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that make you feel like a good rider when you do that? Yeah. Zoe, you can bridle. Let's canter once. And so I want to see if you can apply the same things to a canter depart. And a canter to a trot and a trot to a walk. So I want you to call out the things that you're doing. All right, do you have a plan? Okay. Plan's the same every time for a canter depart. All right, let's do it. Call it out as you do it. What? Yell. I don't know, do you need to? Okay, give it a try. So let's walk again real quick. Did you ask her to trot first or did you just cluck and spank immediately? Okay. So if your mom went into your room and was like, Ellie, get out of bed and clean your room right now. You're going to be like, whoa, no, what? And then you're going to be scared of your mom all the time, right? So squeeze. If that doesn't work, clock. If that doesn't work, spank, right? Ask, require, demand. Ellie, please clean your room. Ellie, by God, clean your room. Ellie, I'm going to murder you. I mean, no, wait. I'm going to take all your toys and end your life, right? All right, so ask, Require. Good. Because you have been very firm with her and tell her, no, you're going to go, she's starting to respond to you, right? Now, call out your aids to canter as you do them. Yep, sit up and look. Lift your hand, lift your right hand. Pull back, feel her mouth. Now kick. Cluck. Spank. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze harder, squeeze harder, squeeze harder, squeeze harder. Squeeze. Good. Now do the things to come down. Okay? So how do we do a downward transition? Let's let her do the W thing. Good. All right. Let's let her reins out, let her walk just a sec, and then we're going to canter once more. All right, let's do it quick. Good. All right, right to it. So if you want her to go, pulling on her mouth is probably not the answer, right? Now squeeze. Cluck. Good. Pull back on the left rein, squeeze. Hands forward. Kick. Kick. Look. So when you look just right where you are, oh, it lost you. Canter. When you look only where you are and not where you're going, she thinks we're only riding to where you are. Sit, squeeze. Good. Now, come down to a trot on your terms. Good. So, think about your feet. What happened there? Your heels went up and that stirrup slid, right? And then your leg got very busy. Good. Let her walk out.